So, have you read all the lessons that I have told you to download last Monday? Have you also conducted a research for additional readings for our lessons for today? Alright, very good. Since we only have an hour per week to have an online discussion, I will discuss 2 lessons for today. Okay, let's start. So, on your pre-assessment activity, I have tasked you to think and write as many words as you can that you think that may have a connection to the words digital and literacy. I have read your answers and I am very much impressed. Okay, so lesson 1 is entitled Digital Literacy, Meaning and Principles. So from the title itself, you will have an idea about our lesson today that it would be about the definitions and principles of digital literacy. So, I guess you all know that literacy is the ability to read and to write. And due to the advent of technologies, it is not now only necessary for us to just learn and master the traditional literacies such as to read and to write. As 21st century humans who always incorporate technologies in everything we do from day to night, it is just necessary for us to also learn and master the modern literacies like digital literacy. So, what is digital literacy? Are you familiar with digital literacy? Anyone here who can give me their own definition of digital literacy? I guess no one wants to answer. So now, let's proceed. Okay, may I call Mr. Balas to read the first definition and Mr. Lagdaan to read the second definition of digital literacy. Okay, Mr. Balas, read. Okay, next, Mr. Lagdaan. Okay, thank you, students. So with these definitions, we can say that simply texting through our phones and reading text online or in the internet is not considered as digital literacy. Digital literacy requires so much more than just by writing or reading text inside the virtual world. With that, I want to introduce to you the principles of digital literacy that all digital communicators should master in order to attain digital literacy. Okay. According to Hike 2013, there are 4 principles of digital literacy. So, let's start. For the first principle, please read, Miss Dana. Alright, thank you. So, comprehension is the ability to extract implicit and explicit ideas information, or knowledge from media. Okay, very good. Next, Miss Gapas, read. Alright, thank you, Miss. Okay, so for example, Facebook and Gmail. In order for you to create a Facebook account, you need first to have and create your Gmail account in order to connect to your Facebook. Okay, so in here, we can see that media forms really supplement each other. Okay, next, third principle, Miss Takero. Alright, to put it simply, social factors, as the third principle, talk about sharing timely and relevant data within relevant networks. Okay, very good. So, next, for the fourth and last principle, Mr. Balas, you are raising your hand. Alright, okay, to put it shortly, curation is as the fourth principle is the ability of an individual to store and organize data in accessible ways. So there you go, the 4 principles of digital literacy according to Hake 2013. Now, to summarize, I should say, the 4 principles I included here a table for you to easily understand. So you can see here that comprehension is extracting implicit and explicit ideas. Interdependence is meaningfully connecting relevant and symbolic digital media. And social factors is about sharing timely and relevant data within relevant networks. And lastly, we have curation, which is storing and organizing of data in accessible ways. Okay, understood? Any more questions or clarifications? Are you sure there are no more questions? Okay, so since you have no more questions, let's proceed to lesson 2. So we have already discussed about the definitions and principles of digital literacy. Now we have lesson 2 entitled Netiquette, a Step Towards Digital Literacy. Knowing and mastering the principles of digital literacy does not still make someone a digital literate. In every situation, wherever and whenever you are, we have many rules that someone should follow. In the virtual world, we also have rules that everyone should follow to be safe personally and to make digital world be organized and free. Okay, and here we have the term netiquette. So please read the definitions of netiquette, Mr. Lagdaan. Thank you. So netiquette is simply the rules that all digital communicators should follow and possess when interacting inside the virtual world. Okay. So, however, there is no official list of netiquette rules or guidelines, but the general idea here is to respect others online. Okay. Tech terms. A website give examples of the netiquette rules or guidelines that everyone should follow when interacting inside the virtual world. So now, I want you to listen and look at your own copies as I read the examples, okay? Okay, let's start. Avoid posting inflammatory or offensive comments online, aka flaming. Second, respect others' privacy by not sharing personal information, photos, or videos that another person may not want published online. Third, never spam others by sending large amounts of unsolicited email. Fourth, show good sportsmanship when playing online games whether you win or lose. Fifth, don't troll people in web forums or website comments by repeatedly nagging or annoying them. 6. Stick to the topic when posting in online forums or when commenting on photos or videos, such as YouTube or Facebook comments. 7. Don't swear or use offensive language. 8. Avoid replying to negative comments with more negative comments. Instead, break the cycle with a positive post. 9. If someone asks a question and you know the answer, offer to help. And lastly, thank others who help you online. Now, the internet provides you a sense of anonymity since you don't see or hear the people whom you are communicating online, but it is not an excuse for you to have poor manners and post incendiary comments. Good netiquette both benefits you and others online, and posting positive comments instead of negative might make someone's day more understood. Okay, so any questions or clarifications? None? Okay, are you sure there are no more questions? Okay, since there are no more questions, I want you to now proceed to watch a video entitled Wika Tekikaba on by CBB Vibes on YouTube for supplemental ideas about today's discussion. And after that, I want you to proceed to our Google Classroom to have your first activity. And please use the account in accessing the activity in the TeacherMade application. And please submit your activity before 10 p.m. today. Alright, questions? None? Okay. So I want you also to check your Google Classroom for your evaluation and assignment that will be posted tomorrow, okay? So be sure to follow all the instructions that I have included there, okay? So questions? There are no more questions. Okay, since there are no more questions, I will now end this call. Thank you for joining and have a great day ahead.